Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am wearing the same thing as in my last video because I am pre-filming because I'm not going to be able to on Monday. So please forgive me for that, but you got to do what you got to do. So in today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do another book review. Reviews are just something that I'm very uncomfortable with, whether it's reviewing on Amazon, on Instagram, on Goodreads, on NetGalley. I don't know why it makes me so nervous. I've never really liked the concept or the action of writing essays, sentences, paragraphs, whatever entitles writing. I just cannot stand, and I just showed you the book, but we're just gonna continue. But on camera, it's a little bit different because it's just me talking, but still, it's a little nerve-wracking. So once again, I'm gonna ask you to just be kind and be nice. You know, this is not my usual thing, but here we are. So the book that I want to review today is The Deepest Blue by Sarah Beth Durst. I actually requested this book a couple weeks ago. It just sounded so interesting and just right up my alley. So yeah, thank you so much to Harper Voyager for sending this my way, even though I know you guys are not watching, but thank you either way. I had so much fun reading this book right here. This book is marketed as Islands of the Blue Dolphins meets The Hunger Games, and boy, spot on, because that's what this book basically is. I can finish the video right here with just explaining that, but just in case you haven't read either of those books, which I doubt because The Hunger Games, we follow Mayara, I hope that's how you say her name, and her story of some powers that she has. She is an oyster diver in the islands of Baleine, and these islands actually take place adjacent to the mainlands of Renthia. And Sarah Beth Durst, which is the author, also has a trilogy that is taken place in this land in Renthia, and so this just takes place in the islands adjacent to them. And she is an oyster diver in Baleine, and I'm gonna tell you first off that the scenery that Sarah Beth Durst paints for this novel is just incredible. You literally feel like you're standing there looking at the water, looking at these islands, at these people, of how they live, and it's just, I found it so incredible, so rich. The book opens up with Mayara going diving in this very dangerous spot to dive in. Within this dive that she's doing, you learn that she has a sister and that she has died within the past year. So she's just reminiscing about her sister, and she is actually set to get married on that day, but she's a rebel, she likes adventure, she likes danger, and so she just decides to go and dive on this day, on her wedding day. And so her and her fiance, if you will, Kilo, are like sweethearts, like since kids. I don't want to say high school because I don't know if they go to school on this island. I haven't heard anything, but they are like basically childhood friends, and they just grow up and they are just in love and they're getting married. But on their wedding day, a spirit storm happens, and so this is where you learn that Mayara has the power to control these spirits, which is a big no-no. They've actually kept it hidden because that is how her sister died. Was if any woman shows the power to control spirits, they basically get taken into custody and they have to go to this island, Akina, and be able to outlive there for 30 days. Now this island is very dangerous. There are spirits that run amok in the island, and they're basically trying to kill these girls. I will tell you that the parts of the island where when they go to the island is incredible. It is very gory. It is very, which I wasn't expecting. I know that they said The Hunger Games, and The Hunger Games, we know it's very, very violent. And I wasn't expecting that in the book per se, but it is pretty gory, but not for a long period of time. It's a very short goriness, and there are some plot-driven things that happen within the island. So once the 30 days pass in this island, whoever survives becomes heir to the queen. And so the queen's job is to keep the spirits at bay. From the minute that you open this book, it's super predictable. You almost know how it's gonna end. But even with that, it doesn't take away from the story itself. The fact that it's predictable really doesn't kill the story for you. There are a couple of plot twists within the story that take you by surprise, but for the most part, it's pretty predictable. This book is full of family, love, friendships. The friendships that Mayara creates within this story are just, it's so amazing. One of my favorite characters is Ro, and she is another one of these girls that possess the power to control spirits, and so she is taken to this island with Mayara. Another one of my favorite characters was Garna, and she is the queen's advisor, and she is, I love her so much. Garna as a character is hilarious, even with such dark topics as, you know, death and these girls being pulled away from their families and stuff and everything that's going on politically. She is hilarious, and she literally makes you laugh out loud. Those are my two favorite characters in the story, and of course Mayara and Kilo. Mayara is just such a strong character. She really thinks low of herself, and she feels like she's not capable of doing half of the things that she does. It's one of these characters. And Kilo, just their love is just so amazing, and it just makes the story just so cute. Kilo's willingness to go and do whatever needs to be done for his wife is just incredible. So needless to say, with her showing her power on the day of their wedding, she's taken in custody. So that right there is just so heartbreaking. Just it makes you feel things at that moment. Like, I couldn't imagine getting married to my husband and then that day I'm like separated from him and I have to go and fight these, like, no. But their love is just so cute. The love that she has for her family. So there's a lot of family love, friendship love, and all that kind of stuff. And I love what she says here on the little paper that they send you with the book. It says, I wrote this book because I wanted to write about a woman who is made stronger by love, her husband's love, her family's love, and her friends' love. And reading that when I first got the book, I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like a fantasy book, but it's gonna be kind of a mild fantasy book. No. On that island, there is killing and blood going on. So don't be fooled by that little statement. Like I said, the scenery, her descriptions of not only the islands in itself, but of the people, the customs, how they dress, kingdom where the queen lives. It's like the streets are like set with mother of stone, and it's just so beautiful and islandy and tropically that it was just pleasing to read. And her descriptions are so good that in one of the parts, Garna, when she's introduced into the story, she's eating pineapple, and the way that she described it, look, like my mouth is watering right now. It made me want to eat pineapple while I was reading the story, which is a good thing. I mean, pineapple is one of my favorite fruits, so maybe that had something to do with it, but the way she described how Garna was eating it was fantastic. It just made me crave pineapple. Everything is just so vivid and so wonderful, and I'm gonna tell you, for being the winter season right now, I mean, it's calmed down a little bit, but it's been so dreary and gloomy that this was a ray of sunshine within this time. I love tropical aspects. I love living in a tropical place. I grew up in a tropical place, like you guys know, so this just hit the spot in that sense. I am so eager to pick up, it's called the Queen of Renthia series, which I think it's a trilogy. And reading this book has made me just want to pick up that trilogy, so that is on my long-term TBR. I really liked Sarah Beth Durst's writing style. I loved the way that she developed this storyline within the characters. It's such a good book. I really recommend it. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. It kept me engaged. It is action-packed. besides all this the family dynamics and the political aspect of it, because it does have some political aspects within the queen and that whole part of the story, but it's action-packed at the same time. And friendships, like I said, it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful ride that I went on with this baby right here. Like I said, 4 stars, and I highly recommend it. So that's it for this video, you guys. Let me know down below if you've ever read anything by Sarah Beth Durst. I think she has like 17 books out, if I'm not mistaken, and they're like basically fantasy books. Let me know if you've read anything from her, and if you've read the Queen of Renthia series. Let's chat down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.